It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and happy Groundhog Day. I would have never known that until it's after over. Except for Jackie has this super fun hop for us today. And it is her birthday. So happy birthday, Jackie, and thanks for this fun hop. Um, so how this hop works is there's only one rule, and you have to scrap lift yourself. So when I read this, I was like, cool, I'm going to do that. I scrolled through my Instagram. I grabbed this layout that I did. It's a full of Maggie Holmes Sunny Days collection. It's got some torn paper. It's got lots of paper layers. I'm like, this is me. I'm just going to scrap lift it. And so that is what I'm doing. Now, funny enough, you know how you're always supposed to read all of the instructions before you do something? Well, I didn't. I read there was one rule, and that was to scrap lift yourself. And I didn't read past that. So, super funny. The rest of it says, and next year you're going to scrap lift the same layout again, and so on and so on. So get ready to do this for the rest of your life. I was like, oh my goodness. So it makes me think that had I read that, I wonder if I would have picked this layout. But hey, it's done, and we'll see what next year brings, right? So I am using the Paige Evans Bungalow Lane collection. I have kind of been hoarding it, kind of forgot about it. Need to dive into it. So I've made, I think this is my second layout. You'll see one other one I know for sure in the middle of the month using this collection, and I've decided not to be stingy with it. I am just going to dig into all the papers. Like, I cut or tore 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 papers plus a background paper. Now, mind you, some of them were already tore into, but still, like, I'm not cutting this paper. I am going to just cut right into the corner. I know it's a little scary, but I'm like, you know what? I need to use it. And I don't have a ton of fall photos left to document. And not that I don't have other photos I could use, and not that you have to use fall with it, but I do feel like it's super fun to use the collection in the time frame for that set of pictures. And I thought, well, it's kind of fun because these pictures are from this year when this collection came out. So I did kind of have it in my head that maybe I wanted to use some of this collection for a trip to the Grand Canyon anyway. So, I mean, that's okay. Okay, so I've got my torn papers on the side. I did decide to add a branding strip. So instead of my 3 layers, I actually have 4. My photo is still 4x6. It's still in a portrait. And I am going to back it with tissue paper. I didn't do that on the original. And that's okay. And then I think in the original, I used a bunch of like cut-aparts and ephemera to back it, where this time I'm actually going to use pattern paper. And then because I had this little bit of tissue left over after I cut it, I decided to tuck it in a couple of the layers of the torn edge. So I'm going to do one up here at the top, and I do end up trimming it a little bit because it seemed like a lot. And then I decide to add another one down here between the brown and green layer. So I'm just adding some double-sided tape. I am going to ruffle up that little bit of tissue paper, stick it down, trim it, and I like that little addition. Like, I think that's fun. Now, will I do it next year when I have to use this layout again? I don't know, but it might be interesting. This is going to be a super fun series, and it's just a yearly series, so I'm really excited. So thank you, Jackie, for coming up with this. Super fun. So I am going to attach my background layers to my photo, and I'm just kind of fanning them out like in my original. It's so weird to say my layout. I mean, I don't know why we don't scrap lift ourselves more. I mean, honestly, like we love what we make. Why do we not scrap lift ourselves more? Like, I do feel like that needs to definitely be something. It might be super fun to, like, maybe not my very first layout that I ever made, because let's be honest, I got rid of all those decorative scissors and I'm not going back, and I'm not going to make a crazy collage of everything on the page, because that would be like one of my first layouts. But like maybe my first YouTube video layout, or maybe the first layout that I posted on Instagram, something like that. That might be fun. So I might have to think about that. So now that I have that all down, I am going to start work on some clustering. It looks like in my original, there's a big cluster down in the left lower hand corner and just a little bit on the top. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do, top and bottom. So I'm just going through the die cut pack, see if there's anything there that I want to add. I definitely love this camera. Absolutely need a ticket, because you have to buy a ticket to get into the Grand Canyon. And I thought about this apple. That doesn't make it. I really like the shape and not necessarily anything else. But ultimately, I'm like, nah. So at first, I thought my title was going to be this beautiful, but I really decided that I didn't want to bring such a like bold black piece in. Even though, you know, sometimes you want your eye to be drawn to the title. And this scenery is absolutely beautiful. But I just decided I wanted to keep those color tones out. So anything related to that had to go. So I added from the sticker sheet a little stamp and a little piece that says Home Sweet Home, because I live in Arizona where the Grand Canyon is. So, you know, not that I live in the Grand Canyon, but it is still home. So I think it definitely works. And then there was a little piece that says Capture the Moment, which is what we do, right? As when we take pictures, we're capturing a moment in time. And then what could be my title, so up in the inspiration, I have a sticker, I believe, that says Hello Sunshine, which looking at it would be my title. So my title could be this Happiness and Sunshine, but instead I decided I was going to make my title How Lucky We Are, and I am going to do that in that little area down in the bottom. So you can see I do have a little cluster down there in the original piece. So that is where my title is going to go for this one. And I just backed it with a floral. Oh my goodness. The floral bits in this are ginormous. Like, that leaf is like as big as my picture. Like, wow. So I did feel pretty good using up one of the ginormous flowers, one of the ginormous leaves. Well, I guess 3 of the ginormous leaves. And then I did 2 smaller flowers in each cluster. But yeah, these florals are like crazy big. Crazy big. So I toy with this banner, but no, not gonna work. I don't think there's anything else on the sticker sheet that I'm going to add. I'm pretty happy. I just feel like it needs some sequins. So I can't tell you if there is sequins on my original layout, but if there's not, that's probably crazy. I don't know how old this it can't be that old because it's Sunny Days. So I am using Spiegel Mom Scraps Home Sweet Home collection, and I am just popping a few dollops of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive down and then using my crystal katana to pick up the sequins and put them in the dollops of glue. And I am using every color in this mix. So not only does this mix go beautifully with the Simple Stories Hearth and Home, which I killed last month, but it goes amazingly with Bungalow Lane as well. So this is definitely a great sequin mix for fall and pretty much all of the fall collections. So that is going to be my layout this year from years past. And I do have a couple of close-ups for you. Make sure you check out the description box below so you can see everybody's take on their own old layouts. And that's going to do it. So remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye.